Do you know what the most painful thing in business is? It's not losing money. It's not going bankrupt. It's realizing that you've spent years moving in the wrong direction because nobody taught you a lesson you desperately needed to know. I used to believe that if I worked harder than everyone else, put in longer hours, and sacrificed more than anyone around me, success would eventually come. I was wrong. And the price of that mistake was money, time, relationships, and countless sleepless nights. Today, I want to share 7 brutal business lessons. Lessons that if someone had told me 10 years ago could have saved me years of mistakes and a lot of money.
One of the biggest mistakes new entrepreneurs make is believing that customers will reward hard work. The truth is, they won't. Customers don't care whether you work 12 hours a day or 18. They don't know how many late nights you've spent perfecting your product, and honestly, they don't need to know. The only thing customers care about is this: what problem does this solve for me? You can be the hardest working person in the room, but if your product doesn't create value, the market won't reward you. Business is not a competition to see who works the hardest. It's a competition to see who creates the most value.
There was a period when I was obsessed with revenue. Every month, sales numbers kept growing, and every month, I felt like I was winning. But when I looked at my bank account, something didn't make sense. The money wasn't there. That's when I learned a painful truth. Revenue is vanity. Profit is reality. A business generating $100,000 in revenue but keeping only $2,000 in profit may be far weaker than a business generating $20,000 while keeping $8,000. It's not about how much money comes in. It's about how much money stays. And that's a lesson many entrepreneurs learn far too late.
In business, promises are cheap. Results are expensive. I've met countless people who talked about vision. They talked about building million-dollar companies. They talked about huge opportunities and massive plans. But when it was time to execute, they disappeared. A great talker can impress you for an afternoon. A great performer can change your life for years. Eventually, I learned a simple rule. Never judge a partner by what they say. Judge them by what they've already done.
A business can survive without growth for a while, but it cannot survive without cash flow. Many companies don't fail because they have bad products. They fail because they run out of cash. They have customers. They generate sales, but the money doesn't arrive fast enough. Meanwhile, expenses keep coming. Salaries, rent, operations, suppliers. Everything demands cash. And when cash disappears, the business begins to suffocate. Cash flow is not just important, it's oxygen.
This lesson surprised me the most. I used to believe that if I treated customers well, they would stay forever. Reality taught me otherwise. Customers are always searching for better options. And that's not betrayal, it's human nature. If a competitor creates more value, customers will leave. That may sound harsh, but it's actually healthy because it forces businesses to improve continuously. The day you stop improving is the day you start falling behind.
After years in business, I've realized that success rarely comes from one brilliant decision. More often, it comes from avoiding catastrophic mistakes. Every lesson in this video was paid for with real money, real failures, and real experience. If you're building a business or planning to start one, remember this. Don't try to learn everything from your own mistakes. Life is not long enough for that. Learn from the scars of others. Because sometimes a lesson learned at the right time can save you years of struggle. And that may be the highest return investment you'll ever make. After years in business, I've realized that success rarely comes from one brilliant decision. More often, it comes from avoiding catastrophic mistakes. Every lesson in this video was paid for with real money, real failures, and real experience. If you're building a business or planning to start one, remember this. Don't try to learn everything from your own mistakes. Life is not long enough for that. Learn from the scars of others. Because sometimes a lesson learned at the right time can save you years of struggle. And that may be the highest return investment you'll ever make.